Hello everyone, and welcome to another Monster Hunter World video. This is Thegameconomist, and today there's been another leak, this time for 14 new Kulve Taroth weapons. Of course, Capcom has not confirmed this, so take it with a grain of salt. This leak was posted to the Monster Hunter Reddit by Monster Hunter 88. I'm not taking any credit for it. If I knew who's doing the data mining and putting all this together, oh my gosh, you have so much of my appreciation. I love knowing what's coming down the tubes. I think everybody loves to know what's coming down the tubes, right? But maybe Capcom's the only one that doesn't like to share. So anyways, yes, I highly appreciate whoever leaked this, and if I only knew, I would thank them. Now before we jump into the details of the weapons, let's take a look at what's really going on. We're getting 14 new Kulve Taroth weapons, one for each weapon class. Whoever leaked it didn't leak that we're getting any new Rarity 7 weapons, they're all Rarity 8, and what the impression it gives me is, well, I want to share with you the best case scenario, in my opinion, for what's going to be happening here. Now, the worst case scenario is that they just take these 14 weapons and throw it into the loot pool, and you have to continue to grind Kulve Taroth like a madman to try and get these, extra rare weapons, all 14 of them. That would drive me insane. I've killed Kulve Taroth more times than I want to admit, and I finished my whole collection of Kulve Taroth weapons, and if I have to go back for 14 new weapons, I will probably lose my mind. So what Capcom is hopefully doing is giving us arch-tempered Kulve Taroth, and not as a siege mode, but as an actual boss fight, kind of like what we have with Behemoth. I would love it if Kulve Taroth was just totally OP, really powerful, really hard to take down, and when you kill her, you get to carve her, and then you actually get to go craft her weapons, right? That was one of my criticisms of the Kulve Taroth siege mode. Besides the fact that eventually there won't be enough people to help you out with the siege mode, my other complaint is that I didn't really like the RNG. It didn't feel like Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter has this terrific thing going where you carve monsters and then you get to choose your loot. Well, they deviated from that, and I wasn't a fan of that deviation. So hopefully, again, we're getting arch-tempered Kulve Taroth. It's a normal monster fight, it's real tough, and then you get to carve her and you get to build what you want. That would be terrific. Okay, now that I'm done speculating, let's go ahead and jump into the details of the weapons. There's two notes before we begin. The first note is, I do not speak Korean. I think this is Korean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I just don't know how to speak it, so if anyone in the comment section knows how to translate it, that would be terrific. The other thing, I'm not a master of every weapon class, so I don't know how all of these weapons fit into their respective weapon class metas. If you're capable of kind of giving us an impression of how strong or how weak these weapons are, what I'll do is I'll show you on screen all of the weapons. I'll try to give you some hints on the weapons that I'm actually familiar with, and then we'll see where it goes from there, okay? Starting us out, we have a new Rarity 8 bow with 240 attack, 10% positive affinity, and a hidden element of fire for 360, a level 3 decoration slot, and power shots. That's pretty good. I think it's going to be able to outplay the current Anjanath meta for fire bows. Let me know what you guys think about that one. I do play with bows a lot, but I'm not like a bow master. After that, we have a new greatsword with 1008 attack, no white sharpness bar, 0% affinity, which is neither good nor bad, and then a hidden element of 600 lightning damage. I don't really know how to feel about that. I know that they don't attack very quickly, they have a big motion value, and as I understand, that doesn't pair very well with elemental damage, but you're getting 600 elemental damage, so I don't really know how you would play that, and it doesn't look like it's going to be able to compete with the Wyverian Ignition Impact Greatsword. Alright, moving along to the longsword. So I'm noticing right away that all of these weapons appear to be getting a level 3 large decoration slot. So again, this kind of pattern between them make me think that maybe these are weapons that you're going to be able to craft, because you're not seeing big deviations in their style, they're all very straightforward. It starts out with the white sharpness bar, but it also only has a small blue sharpness bar, which is kind of worrying, which means you're probably going to have to build handicraft, and with the new Draken armor, you'd probably want to build Master's Touch. It has a hidden element of fire, and that is locked away as well. Alright, and after the longsword, we have a new hunting horn. It has a starting attack value of 798, which is pretty typical for hunting horns. It does start off with the white sharpness bar, that's good, 0% affinity, that's good as well, and then it has a hidden sleep element, which I'm guessing probably what you're going to do is you're going to build Elementalists, that's just my guess, and then for the notes, I don't actually recognize those, so it makes me think we might be getting a new hunting horn with a new set of buffs, which would be really cool. And then after that, we have a pretty strong looking new hammer with the starting attack value of 1040, that's pretty good, a white sharpness bar, that's good as well, and then 0% affinity, which I would actually call that good, because a lot of these strong hammers, they have negative affinity, and that makes it, that makes it hard to pair with crit boost. And then it's a hidden element weapon as well, which I feel like that would actually be interesting to use like a sleep element on a hammer, but more likely than not, what people are going to be doing is they're going to be building elementalists, and that's going to give it a nice boost as well. So that actually looks like a pretty strong hammer. Next, we have a new sword and shield with the starting attack value of 252. You can see it's all kind of following a pattern. Like, look, it's got a white sharpness bar, it's got a hidden fire element, and a level 3 decoration slot. I have no idea how that fits into the sword and shield meta. Be sure to share with us. After that, we have the new lance. So it has an attack value of 460, which is currently higher than the Daora pike's 391. And then you'll notice the poison value is 630, even though it's hidden. It's actually pretty significantly higher than the Daora pike's poison value of 540. And then it does have negative 10% affinity, and it does not start with a white sharpness bar. Considering how poor poison has been in the game so far, I don't really think I'll end up using that. It's just kind of interesting to look at though. I mean, it would be nice if poison was more relevant in the game, but it just isn't right now. After that, we have a switch axe. I don't know anything about switch axes. The attack value is 700. It does not start with the white sharpness bar, 0% affinity, and a hidden water element of 480. And then also, I do not know a whole lot about the gun lances, which is what we're taking a look at next. It has a starting attack value of 414, white sharpness. The small blue sharpness bar on this weapon could actually be a problem, because I know the gun lances, they lose sharpness really fast. It has 0% affinity, which is neither good nor bad, and then it has a hidden ice element of 450, and I don't know what the last two things say about its shelling type, but it is a level 3 shelling type. This would be a case where if somebody could translate, that would be really helpful. Alright, after the gun lance, we get a new charge blade with an attack value of 648, a pretty decent looking white sharpness bar, 20% affinity, and an unlocked water element of 300. Interesting. And then after that, we have the dual blades. They start out with 252 attack, a white sharpness bar, 0% affinity, and a hidden fire element of 180. Next, we have an insect glaive with a starting value of 558, white sharpness, 0% affinity, and a hidden sleep value of 270. Once again, I don't know much about insect glaives, so if you guys could tell me how this fits into the meta, I'd highly appreciate that. Okay, and here's something I am supposed to know about, a light bowgun. It has a starting attack value of 247 and 0% affinity. So right off the bat, that's not very impressive. It doesn't have an unusually high attack value, and it doesn't have like extra affinity. Notice it doesn't come with that spare shot skill that the Lunastra light bowgun has. So right off the bat, I'm not really impressed with that. And then when we take a look at the ammo types, the two ammo types that really stand out to me is the rapid fire normal level 2 and the rapid fire ammo. So that's probably what you're going to be doing with this light bowgun, unless there's something really special going on with the level 3 sticky ammo, which you only get to hold one of those, so I'm guessing there really isn't anything special going on. However, it does hold 3 shots of level 1 recovery ammo and 2 shots of level 2 recovery ammo. So maybe the point of this bowgun is that you're supposed to be able to heal your teammates. It also comes with paralysis, sleep, poison, and exhaust. So it looks like a support weapon. That's the impression it's giving off to me, but I feel like the Lunastra Styx light bowgun already does such a good job of that. I don't think this weapon is going to end up being useful. Last but not least, we have my favorite weapon class in the game, the heavy bowgun. It has a starting attack value of 285. That's just okay. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not like mind-blowing either. It has 10% positive affinity, so that's interesting. And then I don't actually know if it's Wyvern Snipe or Wyvern Heart. Maybe somebody can translate that for us. When we take a look at the ammo types, it holds 8 shots of level 3 normal ammo. So I've kind of been waiting for this. I'm wondering if maybe this is meant to be the normal shots heavy bowgun. It's hard to tell. It does look like it's coming with dragon ammo, which means you're not going to be able to use the elementalist skill on this heavy bowgun, so that's kind of a downside. And then you'll notice it also has 5 shots of level 3 pierce ammo, which will probably pair all right with the normal ammo, but it's hard to try and service 2 ammos at the same time. Finally, the other thing I noticed is it has level 3 sticky ammo, which makes me wonder, what is the recoil like on the sticky ammo on this heavy bowgun? Could this be a sticky ammo heavy bowgun? That would be interesting as well, because when we saw the new Kulve Taroth, the light bowgun, it had level 2 and level 3 sticky ammo, and that's kind of a hint that maybe they want you to be able to use the higher level sticky ammo on these bowguns. It also has poison ammo and paralysis ammo. Neither of those are very interesting to me, and that's about it. Alright, so that is all 14 of the new leaked Kulve Taroth weapons. Let me know how you think Capcom is going to implement them into the game. Do you think they're going to let us fight Kulve Taroth like the Behemoth? Or do you think we're just going to see them added to the current RNG pool? Or do you think we're going to have Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth in a new siege mode, which I think would be highly annoying? Finally, be sure to share with everybody how you think these weapons fit into the current weapon meta. I'm highly curious. Alright, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.